back to the Guitar Bay. Another day in the Bay. I'm Takis.
I'm Danny. Hello. What are we drinking today, mate?
Today, Danny, we're drinking, it's a K episode, so we're drinking Killepitsch. Because we are in Düsseldorf, Germany, of course, and this is something made in Düsseldorf, so we decided to honor our city. It's a liqueur type thing. It's like Jägermeister.
Yes, very similar.
Heavy.
Bit stronger, right? It's 40%?
42%, mind you, yeah. Kräuter liqueur, like herbal
We've
liqueur.
got the biggest shot glasses in the world.
Yeah, these are wine tasting glasses. Cheers, man.
Cheers, mate.
And cheers, everyone.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Syrupy. Very syrupy.
Sweet, very sweet. Very thick.
Wow.
It's like Jaeger Plus.
Yeah.
But it's exactly the same philosophy, the same type of thing. Yeah, these are wine tasting glasses that my wife and I got years ago from a festival.
Direct refill, get out of the way.
All right, fair enough. It's like medicine, yeah? It's like cough medicine with alcohol.
Yeah, what we're doing today, mate, today's a different episode.
Yes, it's one of those white episodes, as we call them.
You got a very fancy looking pedal board there.
Yeah, look at the pedal board. What you saw and heard in the beginning was Danny playing a lead. I just recorded a loop so that I can play with the knobs. And Danny was playing through this pedal board where you see all those drive pedals. And that's the thing of today. We're just trying out a bunch of dual overdrives. Not the same. I mean, it's kind of an apples and oranges comparison. We're just reviewing and demoing the pedals that are available to us, those that we have bought and borrowed.
We've got a couple on loan, right? We've got one on loan, and probably some of them, we're going to decide which ones we're going to keep. So,
well, the two yellow ones are the two that we've been using. So the Tone City is the one that you've had for a number of years. I've been using the MudHoney for over a year now. The Supreme, the Mad Professor, is something I got because I was, completely fascinated by the Royal Blue, and I thought I would get the dual version of that, which is a Supreme. And I got this for the Bay, so we can try it, test it, and then decide whether I should sell it or not. So that's where you come in. Maybe you can leave a comment and let us know what you think. And the one on the left, those of you who play guitar and know pedals probably recognize it. It's JHS. It's the Sweet Tea, the Angry Charlie on the one side, and the Moonshine, I think, on the right side. And this was lent to me by my good friend Roland. If you're watching, Roland, thank you very much. That's a really, it's a top end. Fancy boutique pedal. It's JHS.
So what's that price at? So I would say, I'll go and jump in and say I think the Tone City I got for £80. Sort of, it ranges between, they're hard to find now, but I think between sort of 60 and 100.
Okay.
Went up second hand. Yeah.
Okay.
Our second hand probably in the 60, but new I think about 90.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's how much the MudHoney costs new. That's MudHoney II, which is made in China. It's T Rex, the Danish company. And they go about 99 new now, supposedly half price. That's the idea, like to compare different price points. The Supreme, the Matt Professor Supreme goes about 250 new. I found it for 180, I think, on Reverb. And the JHS goes 366 last time I checked, last week. New on Thomann.
And that's American made?
That's it's made like a tank. It's a very well built. I mean, all JHS pedals are built for life, really. And we'll just go through them today and see what they sound like and kind of compare them and have some lead sounds, mainly with the Les Paul and the Telecaster to have a staple, humbucker guitar and a single coil guitar. And I'm also using, you can see on the pedal board, the Laney Steel Park, or Black Country Custom Steel Park Boost, which is very good and very versatile. It's great for boosting pedals. And you see on my pedal board, I have the Laney at the beginning of the signal chain and the Polytune tuner at the end to have a double buffer kind of system. And of course, some flashback delay just for taste. And
so we're going to crack on and
let's get on with it.
Go for it with the Les Paul. Early 2000s Fireburst Les Paul Studio with Seymour Duncan on Ecotope.
That's
Pro.
your Les Paul, yeah. How long have you had this guitar?
I've had this for 15 years, yeah. My first Gibson. I had a couple of copies before this, but this was the first one. And it's the only guitar I've never sold. So
it is crazily heavy, that guitar.
Yeah, it's a proper Les Paul.
Solid wood, awesome. Proper break your back Les Paul,
And it's running through the LC50, early acquirement of ours.
That's right.
Stayed, we love it. It does everything we need it to. It's a great pedal platform, 1x12 speaker, and just packs an absolute punch. So,
okay.
We're going to go through the Model M first.
Yes.
And because it's my pedal, I know it. So for me...
It's a Marshall in the box type.
It does that Marshall thing. So my clean...
And that delay is what you can hear from flash. Maybe I can just slightly reduce the level of the feedback just to have a bit more genuine sound, not to be confused by the delay, but a tiny bit of delay is always pleasant. Lovely clean sound, your Les Paul sound.
Really nice, right? Yeah. Considering Les Paul.
And it is tuned to E flat, isn't it?
It is, yes. I like it in that tuning. Yeah. So I'm going to go and do some slashy style licks. And
okay, let's go.
Let's just go through the whole lot and then a quick brief.
Just one more chord if you're... The Marshall thing has crunch and high gain, so crunch first.
Yeah, it's just the Marshall in a box.
You like the pedal, don't you? Okay.
I love it. It does such... It's just a pure fat tone.
Yes. A few things to say about it. I guess the two knobs on the right are gain for the two separate channels.
That's right. That's right.
But you don't have much range, so there's not great difference between all the way down and all the way up.
Yeah.
So a bit more gain, and I guess where they're set now, about, what is it, between 9 and 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock maybe for the high gain, 9 o'clock for the crunch.
Yeah.
Sounds lovely. And the same applies to the tone. Actually, the tone has a lot of range, so when you turn it all the way down, it gets dark. Really dark. Mm. But I would say that's the sweet spot between 1 and 2 o'clock. Yeah. That's really lovely. And the downside of this pedal, I think, is the boost, because it's a lovely, a volume boost. We can just demonstrate it very quickly. But it's not a pre-gain boost, it's a post-gain boost. And it can't be used separately. You have to have the pedal engaged, and it can only work like this. You can't use it independently and combine it with the rest of your pedal board.
If you have the pedal off but left the boost on, then turn it back on, the boost will be on still.
Okay,
so,
okay.
Yeah, if I...
Okay, let's try that, yeah. So
I'll give you an A chord with... It just sounds epic. There's no like sitting on top, sitting underneath, that you might get from a tube screamer or sometimes the blues driver, that sort of clean signal. It's just pure power. And I love it. I think it's a JCM 100 on the left, the high gain. On the right's more the plexi style.
More plexi sound, yeah. Let me give it a mid boost with the Laney thing. So I'll choose the top setting, which is like a mid-gain, like a tube screamer type thing, so without the boost. So if I do this now...
Yeah, it should go off, I think.
Wow,
yeah,
that's great. So much fun.
To really feel that in the room, like with on the JCM channel was my favorite. But
it's
then
a very good heavy gain thing.
I mean, I actually noticed with the Telecaster there needed a bit more gain on the crunch channel.
On the crunch,
on the Les Paul, I was sitting at about 4 or 5, and that was sweet, right? But on the Tele, to get that real sort of feel it in your chest boost.
But if you want a light crunch, so I'm gonna disengage the boost and go back to where you had it with a Les Paul and see how the light crunch is. It does low gain pretty well too.
God damn, it's
really
this
nice. Is so much fun. Very, very good.
Yeah, I didn't really display too much clean with the Les Paul, but it does a clean Marshall tone as well. Like you could hear that when you played the lower gain stuff. It was more like a John Frusciante sort of. Who's a Marshall player.
Okay, yeah, let's move on to the MudHoney. Okay, Danny's back in business, and now we're going to the MudHoney. The MudHoney has 2 channels, and it's the identical circuitry twice. It's the Chinese-made MudHoney II. MudHoney 1 was designed and built in Denmark, like legendary overdrive pedal. Distortion actually is a rat-like thing, especially when you engage the boost. It goes into fuzz tone.
Cool.
But that's how I use the MudHoney. I have the one side without the boost, the other one with the boost. And the good thing about it is that when you hit the foot switch, it immediately switches to the other one. You can't stack the 2 sides. You can use them only separately. But it's very practical from going from one to the other.
Okay, yeah.
So let's start with the low gain or the non-boost. You can see the gain and volume here. So let's go. Give us again some reference. Some
tuner me out.
Yes, of course.
I'm looking forward to this because we have been nothing but fans of the
Royal Blue.
The Royal Blue Overdrive.
And that is the Royal Blue Overdrive on the left side and some unique mid-humpy tube screamer type. Again, low gain. That's the thing. I said in the beginning that this is a apples and oranges kind of comparison because we don't have 4 dual overdrives that do the same. Like the Tone City is a Marshall in a box with crunch and heavy gain plus a boost. The MudHoney is 2 identical multi-overdrives in 1 box. The Supreme is 2 low gain overdrives, or low to mid gain overdrives.
Which can be stacked.
Which can be stacked. So you have the dip switch in the middle, which allows you to go either A, B, just only to switch from one to the other, or stack them and use them at the same time. And you see they have the same controls. They have gain, volume, bass and treble on either side. And the left one is a Royal Blue Overdrive, which I've tested them with the real thing because you were fascinated with the purple one, the Royal Blue Overdrive. And they're identical, with the only difference that this one has less headroom. So if you want to go unity with the amp, the Royal Blue is about 10 o'clock. This one is about 12-ish, a bit more than 12 actually. But other than that, it's identical, the left side of the Supreme. Let's hear it. With some clean, as always. You need to be, yes. out for the bridge pickup, my backside. This is amazing. JHS Sweet Tea. I said the left side is the Angry Charlie distortion pedal, perhaps Josh's most best-selling pedal, together with the
Is that not a
Morning
blues
Glory.
driver style?
No, that's a Marshall in a box.
Okay.
That's why Charlie Brown head, brown face, whatever it is. It's a Marshall type thing.
Cool. I'm excited.
So the left side is the Angry Charlie, which is a Marshall in a box, and the right side is the Moonshine, which is Josh's take on the Tube Screamer, but with an extra tweak. It has this clean.
Incorporate the clean.
Exactly. What is it? Tone, clean. That's volume and drive. Obviously, that's polarity, plus, minus. And here you've got this clean knob, which allows you to dial in some of the clean signal to have a bit more versatility, not just a Tube Screamer type thing. And the dip switch here allows you to change the sequence of the pedals. Which one goes into which one. So let's start with your clean tone. Bridge. It doesn't clean well, the Angry Charlie, and I think it's not meant to do that. Just darkens and it doesn't preserve what you wanted to preserve.
So, mate, what was your favourite pedal? Or most surprising or value for money?
I really enjoyed your Marshall in a box, especially the high gain. Really nice. Even more, rounder sound than the MudHoney, I would say. More usable.
Super nice. Actually, I think I've got it dialed in super how I like it, and it's probably just a few transistors in there, you know. It's obviously solid state, all of them are they? You do get tube pedals as well.
Yes.
But that just does, even with the Telecaster, you know, gave that feeling, you know? Really
Absolutely.
Fat sound in the room. But in my opinion, the Mad Professor, I wouldn't necessarily invest the extra money in getting the Dual. I would just take the Royal Blue, because the Royal Blue,
I could play for hours.
I'm kind of getting in the ballpark with my pedal board. I only want a small one with a Memory Man, and I would love to have Royal Blue, the Memory Man, the Marshall in the box, and the next purchase for me is going to be something
wobbly.
Something wobbly.
Like by that we mean modulation, I think. Yeah?
Yes.
Some kind of vibrato, chorus, phaser, flangery thing. I think my ideal setup would be the Royal Blue, and then somehow with the hit of a foot switch to access what happens with the Royal Blue when you go 75% into the gain, because it's a wonderful, chunky, proper, heavy rock sound. Not crazy lead, but just very, very, and not so saturated. Just lovely open drive. And have that option plus a crazy fuzz, I think I'm a happy man.
Yeah, we've had the Royal Blue on full gain and still love the tone, you know. It still felt that it's clear, it's diverse, it's super responsive and stuff. We can't get enough of it.
Yeah, yeah.
But in a nutshell, in my opinion, the Model M is great value for money.
Oh,
the
God,
Supreme is a great pedal too. But if I'm keeping my Model M.
I think you would be doing the right thing. I think I want to get rid of the MudHoney to find something more interesting to combine with the single. I'll get rid of both of them actually, maybe the Supreme and the MudHoney, and then find something to pair up the single Royal Blue with, like the Exotic Effects Baby preamp or the OCD, which I haven't tried yet, and everyone has a copy of it, the full tone. Yeah, let's see, and I would be very interested in your opinions.
Definitely.
So, and speaking of opinions, this is a K episode, therefore Killepitsch. And what's your favorite album beginning with a K?
It's Kasabian.
Self-titled by the group Kasabian.
Yeah.
I remember when they came out. I was in London at the time.
2004.
Great indie band. Yeah.
Yeah.
Groovy, well tight. Together with Kaiser Chiefs, another K band. Were very big at the time.
Kaiser Chiefs as well. Good times. I saw Kasabian live, and they were in the park, I think, at the time. You know, Club Foot with that big heavy bass line at the start.
Favorite song from the album?
Club Foot, yeah, the one that everyone knows, I would say. They're doing it's so bad.
Groovy as hell.
Really great tones.
Great
as well.
band.
Great band. And yours?
I'm gonna go Killers, Iron Maiden.
Okay.
I really, really love the first two Iron Maiden albums. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Bruce Dickinson and the whole, traditional heavy, heavy metal era of Iron Maiden. But there's something punky and rock about the first two albums with Paul Di'Anno. I think I like the first one a bit more, the self-titled Iron Maiden. But as this is a K episode and I'm supposed to name a K album, I'm going to go Killers, like Ides of March, Wrathchild, Prodigal Son, Purgatory. Amazing.
Good guitar too, right?
Yes. Yeah. Single coils. Strats.
Yeah.
And
is that not the guy that I have the signature from, Adrian Smith?
Yes, but I think at the time, Adrian Smith hasn't joined Iron Maiden yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the first two albums is with Dave Murray and another guitar player, and Adrian Smith joined later with the third or fourth album, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, Killers.
That's a wonderful guitar. That Adrian Smith Jackson is perfect for me. It's that hybrid Strat.
Well, I mean, super Strats are super versatile, and it's what you wanted, wasn't it? Something that sounds like a Strat but doesn't play like a Strat.
Doesn't play like a Strat.
Not so much
it doesn't have the inconveniences that Strats.
Yeah.
Noisy,
so
in the
chunky,
way. Yeah.
Nice compound neck. I mean, yeah.
I have to get it back on the show. But yeah, that was our wrap up of the wonderful Dual Overdrive pedals.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. See you next time.
And cheers, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.